Okay, blessings everyone. I'll go ahead and pin myself till we open it up to discussion. I'm going to move you to the top here so I can see everyone. And so we're going to begin with, I guess you could call it an activation. What we're going to do is reconnect to the frequency of the total solar eclipse. We're going to do it through 4 codes. We're going to start with the Ormus. So the idea here is just this is the movement I keep getting, and I keep wanting to call it like a tidal wave, because once we get over here, it's this just really, I don't know, you can imagine what a tidal wave, the energy behind it, but also that it has the ability to really make an impact. And so the first code that we're going to do is going to be the 9. We're going to break the matrix, the illusion programming. And then we're going to go inside the DNA and we're going to reset with the 1. And I'll show you the codes here as well. But I really do, you know what, I'll show them now because I do encourage you just to do this whole activation with your eyes closed. So here's the 9. And then we're going to do the 1 to reset. Then we're going to activate the ascended DNA. And then we are going to express or project through the frequency of the ascended DNA that source intelligence through the 33. And that'll be the tidal wave. So the first part will be bringing that frequency, and I'll go through it. I kind of have a vision of what that's going to be. So that's the movement. We're unhooking from the matrix, resetting, tidal wave. Okay, so if you have your Ormus, we're going to do all of the spots that we've done on our personal journey. And if you weren't a part of that personal journey, it is going to stay up on the Eclipse page for, I don't know for how long, but it'll be there for a while. And we'll try to upload some good pictures as well. So, because we got some really good pictures, Aubriana. And so the first one is top of the head. And just taking a moment, and if you don't have it, just go ahead and just go through the movements and just connect in, because the Ormus is transitional. So just tapping into that frequency. Okay. And then can't remember which one was, I think it's the third eye and then the zeal point, but we'll do both. And then the base of the skull. And then the high heart. And even pushing this one into the bloodstream. And then we'll activate the points of the 11, 22, and 33. So the 11 is the solar plexus. And then the 22 is right between the breasts. And then the 33 is right here between those the collarbone, that little dip right there. And then before we start with the activation or the frequency shift here, the global frequency shift, I really want you to just center yourself into that frequency of the magnitude that what we're about to do that we really are this powerful, and that coming together to shift, turning on that frequency in expression through the DNA and allowing that to move across the planet, touching every human, and not having an expectation, allowing the intelligence to do, I want to say do the work, but do what needs to be done. We're allowing the intelligence to lead. And if you have gone through the process over these last 5 days, just reattuning to that frequency. And if you'd like to, you could even breathe in that white blue light and just letting it expand through every cell of your body. And breathing it out. And then breathing it in again, allowing it to move down through the spinal column as it activates the spinal fluid, activating the fluid around your physical brain. And breathing it in again and allowing it to move into your heart space as it flows into your bloodstream. And the next breath, just allowing the light to move into the center of your mind, your physical brain. Just seeing that teeny little light in the center of your mind and bringing all of your thoughts, bringing your consciousness into the light, and then expanding, pushing the light out with your mind, with your consciousness, allowing the light to encompass your entire brain. And then we'll bring in the DMT code number 9 as we bring the expression of Source, that 963 frequency, to unhook from the matrix to a space of mastery. And just feeling that frequency as it begins to turn inside out, bringing your focus into the ascended cell. You don't have to know what that is, just bring your intention into your DNA. Just pick a cell and just go there with your consciousness. And then we bring in DMT code number 1, resetting, allowing the body to be held at 0 point, the ultimate reset. Will never be the same. It is the end of programmed reality, the end of suffering, the end of separation. Just allowing that frequency to reset the body and begins to turn on. Turning on DMT code number 6 as the cells activate all 12 strands of DNA. As the body moves in to 100% source frequency, feeling that in every cell of your body, as your body becomes the intelligence of source, just allowing your consciousness to have the experience. And then as you're experiencing the ascended DNA, allowing the frequency of the eclipse, almost as if your every cell of your body is shining like the sun. And as it's shining, it's moving into a space. It's almost as if it gets dark, just allowing the frequency of the inside out to be complete, going into the ultimate reset, that 0 point as the ascended DNA, connecting to the frequency of the eclipse within you. You are the ultimate reset. Just letting that calibrate, staying in the experience. And we'll just sit for just a moment as the ascended DNA is fully activated through the frequency of the eclipse within you, allowing your consciousness to be held in that stillness. And then as the sun begins to shine again, feeling your DNA move into the full expression of mastery of 963, the 33, feeling every cell in your body shining like the sun, projecting the frequency of source. And then if you'd like to, you can even raise your hands, but just keeping your consciousness in the DNA, allowing the intelligence to expand this energy, this frequency, becoming that tidal wave that is so powerful. And with this, the intention, just allowing the intelligence to move this frequency where it is needed. Just staying in the experience and in the expression, keeping your consciousness in the DNA. And we'll just hold this for a couple of moments. And then if there's somebody in particular that you would like to bring this frequency to, just gently placing them in your heart space, allowing the frequency of source, letting the intelligence lead the way. And getting one more thing is just to seeing the image of the world itself, the earth, and holding it within, just behind the DNA, and just letting it recalibrate to the frequency of source within you, because the earth isn't outside of you. Just having a moment to experience the world through the frequency of source as it is within you. Just notice how that feels a little different. So that feels complete. I'm going to go ahead and bring it back to gallery if I can. Oh, I'll remove pen. Okay. Okay. How's everybody feeling? Thank you for sharing, Jamie. I would like to hear, for those of you that would like to share either your experience over these last 5 days or your experience now, what you're feeling. If you like to, I know that was a little intense, so if we need to just end it here, we can do that as well. Yes, that's what I feel too. See, let's go with Fleur.
Is Marilyn first? She might have put her hand up before I did.
Okay, Marilyn.
When so early this morning, I did the last activation that you had recorded, and when I was done with the activation, I saw the eclipse, you know, the moon, how it blacks out the sun, and then I heard that it's blacking out the sun up there because we are the sun, S-U-N, and because we are the sun, S-O-N.
Yes. Yes. Thank you for
That's all.
sharing. I got a very similar message as well. So yes, thank you for sharing. It was beautiful. Okay, Fleur, did you want to share?
I think the whole thing has been incredibly wonderful and powerful. With the, I was a little bit behind with some of the activation, but I did each one and each stayed with a rocket ship, and it was such fun to be doing that and creating a rocket ship. And somehow, you know, sometimes when you see sci-fi, it's all quite masculine, quite utilitarian, but what was coming through with my rocket ship was much more feminine, and that felt really fun to be able to create your own rocket ship in that way, with all the things that falling away. It just felt tremendously powerful, and chimed in so much with what you came through with the Virgo coming up to the eclipse. And I know it was a very abstract sort of reading for Virgo. You were saying about this, but it was all about expression, and I felt it was all about being able to express myself, being able to express who I truly am was a key part of my intention. And I felt the sort of barriers to that were just falling away. And it just, I feel the energies are just really still unfolding. It's so powerful and beautiful. I think it's been so lovely to be a part of that. And the eclipse was just, not visible here, just a partial eclipse coming over part of the UK. So after I'd done the last activation, the thing was still going on live. I tuned into the NASA thing and just saw how it was going. And I really felt a powerful surge when I was watching on screen when the light came back. It's just such a wonderful thing, a fun way of doing that. I have to say, it feels like a bit of a rebirth, I have to say, for the whole planet, in a sense. I have to say, with what you're wearing, Jules, the beautiful top and everything, and it looks so beautiful. It gives me Return to the Garden of Eden vibes, the flowers and everything, and it feels like that sort of energy coming back with this.
Chills. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, that was beautiful. I love how we are all having a kind of similar experience in this. It's, for me, that just is how powerful that this is that even without talking with each other or even being close to each other, a lot of us are saying the same thing. And that's just precious and amazing in so many ways. Thank you for sharing. Does anybody else have a share? I have a feeling that this frequency is going to be like, we're just on the beginning part of it, and it's going to continue. And it's almost so, I don't want to label it, but it's intense, maybe in the best way possible, that it's almost kind of hard to even talk about, really, to put words to it. At least that's kind of how I'm feeling. And then Don, I'll get to you in just a minute, but I wanted to share this one part where, so I kept my eyes shut and I went through the process. And when I got to the place where I activated the 33, I attuned my consciousness there for a little while. And when I started to open my eyes, I actually pushed my consciousness through my DNA, through the frequency. And that's kind of what I was trying to do with you guys just now too. And we had the experience. I looked at it through that way and held it. But when I came back inside, I couldn't look through my eyes. And it's still that way. I'm looking through my body. It's like, it's almost like my eyes have eyes or something. And it's a very weird feeling, and it's hyper sensitive. I took Roger for a walk, and it was like I could feel the squirrels going up the trees, and I could tell there was like a snake underneath the leaves, and it was very still, but it was very hyper alert. I don't know how else to explain it, but that's kind of the space I'm in right now. So if I'm struggling a little, that's fine. As I'm trying to find my way of being able to communicate here, but okay, let's go with you, Donna. Oh, I think you're still on mute, honey. Oh, did she freeze too? You just need to unmute, Donna. There you go.
Okay, I'm
Hi.
sorry.
Please.
I think I'm in another place. Sorry, that was so beautiful, Jules. What a beautiful share, and everyone. And it's not that I have a lot of words, but I'm also very spacey and feeling that the change and the news has started without, I mean, before even, and it's just like these, we're in it. And interestingly, just a little thing to share that was kind of funny, but was like, wow, this morning I'm at my son's in New York where we saw the eclipse, and my in-laws are here, my daughter-in-law's mother. She's Italian, they're Italian. And
Mm.
this morning, making coffee, she dropped a cup and it broke. And she said, in Italian, but she said, that means the old is gone, the past is over, and we're entering the new. And it was like she has no clue what we're doing or what's going on. And so it was so cool. It was just really like, oh yeah. I mean, it doesn't even know if if you're going through this, you're going through this. And it was very, and I feel totally new. I really do. I feel like, we go through phases, but this is another new one, and very excited about my trigger, the things that used to trigger me, because my blast off was about family dynamics, because I'm with all my family, and they don't trigger me. I just see it as information, which is really cool and beautiful. Makes our dynamics are beautiful and being added to with these new family coming in with my Italian relatives, and so
It's
a
beautiful.
little off topic, but I thought it was cute and
It
wanted to
was an
share.
off topic. That was a perfect share. And those are the things
Thank
that,
you.
those little things that maybe we would just let pass by, but when we pay attention and see the magic
Mm,
in them,
yeah.
it's the miracle.
Yeah.
Mhm. Thank you. Thank you.
That's the word, magic. It is. Thank you.
Aw, may that be like me. Thank you for sharing. Jody.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for like talking about how you were seeing, because I I went to down by the water. I'm in Hoboken, and Manhattan is directly across. And I'm in such a bubble here that I didn't expect to see people down there. I don't know what I was thinking, but I walked down to the water and I was like, that's sweet. But I don't know why I didn't realize that there would be. But anyway, um, but it was almost like all those people were there, but they were still a great distance away from me. And, as I was walking home, I was realizing that I was like in this different space. But when I would, it's like that. It's like a round seeing. It's like not even like a normal seeing, but it's just like, it's really spatially it's very spacious, and, I appreciate you. Like you just jogged me to be able to put like just some, it's funny to bring it out of the field and into reflection. That's so funny. Do you see what I just did with that? Wow. I could just feel myself pop out right there.
Mhm.
That was like, wow, that was great. Wow. That's amazing. I was expecting that. I caught that right there. How beautiful is that? And that's all. Wow, it's so profound. I don't even want to say the other thing I was going to say, because I kind of just want to sit with that. I was going to be with that.
That was the purpose right there. I don't know if everybody recognized what just happened, but maybe go back and watch it because that was really cool.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing, Jody. That was amazing. It's like when we have an experience beyond the experience. That was beautiful. Thank you. Wendy.
Yes, thank you, Jules. I just wanted to share a verse, a little mantra that came during the activation just now. And they've been with me on and off quite a long time over the years, but it came now. So the first one is, fire me awake and set me free. Make me thine all Christ's victory. Finish it now and get it done. Make me shining like the sun.
Amen.
Felt right. And then the little verse that came, and my voice isn't great right now, but anyway, I'm just going to sing it. It's a four-liner. I am the light of the world. I am the light of the world. I know I am. I am the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are, I know you are. You are the light of the world. Mm. We are the light of the world. We are the light of the world. We know we are. We are the light of the world.
Mm. That was beautiful. I didn't want you to stop. What a gift. Thank you. Thank you, Wendy. You have a beautiful voice. That was a transmission for sure. Wow. Okay. Does anybody else have a share or? Yeah, hi. Go ahead, Leanne.
I'm really spacey. I couldn't even find where to raise my hand like for 5 minutes. These past, I guess, 5 days have the energy leading up through it, like each day felt so much more powerful than the day before. And you did such a beautiful job of bringing this whole thing about. There's just one thing that was really profound for me this morning after I did the activation. And I mean, I've just, when I did the 11, the 22 and the 33, each one just, I mean, coursed through me and just didn't stop. But later when I went and burned the piece of paper with what I was letting go, I can't even tell you I mean, it was like transformation. You could just feel it all going. And all day, I've just had such a different mindset with everything. And, so easy to just look at things as information and for it to not even affect me and where I'm going from here. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you. Thank you, Jules. Thank you,
for
everyone.
That was beautiful. And I'm right there with you. So we get to just be here together. Thank you for sharing. That was beautiful. See, MC. Is it Morgan?
It's Morgan. Yeah. I don't have a lot of words right now. Just unusual for me. But I didn't get a chance to burn my papers yet, and I wanted to show my rocket ship because I don't know.
Oh, here, I can pin you. Just a moment. Let me pin you. Okay, can you hold it just a little higher? There. Amazing.
So when someone else said something about the feminine shapes and an eye, I think it just reminded me of what I had drawn. And I honestly didn't even know if I was really supposed to be drawing an actual rocket ship, but I was like, I'm going to have fun with it. So, anyway, that was just, I wanted to share that. And thank you. This is so beautiful. Thank you so much. And everybody for sharing. Thank you.
Thank you, Morgan. I love that you drew a rocket ship. I think it's
Yeah.
wonderful. And thank you for sharing. It's so fun. And it held that energy of how we can do something that's this profound, but keep it light and in that childlike, and that you drew a rocket ship just really had that energy. And so it was so beautiful for you to share that with us. Thank you.
Welcome. That's how it felt. It felt just, I was just having fun, you know. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Katya?
Hello. Thank you so much. That was such a beautiful meditation in the beginning, beautiful journey. I wanted to share, so I wasn't part, or I shouldn't say that. Let me rephrase that. I wasn't necessarily with every one of the days that was taking place, but I was definitely connected. I could feel all of y'all's energy. And it wasn't until today that I got an opportunity to really connect in. And I was doing it during the eclipse. And I just wanted to say thank you, Jules. Thank you for showing the actual visual, because where I am up in Canada, it happened to be overcast, even though we were pretty close to direct coverage. So it was really a profound experience because although I was doing my own thing for the days leading up to it, I was like, oh, it'd be so nice to connect in. And so I had an opportunity, and it really felt like the whole several days leading up to it, I was still connected. And then when seeing the sun, being
Oh,
able to actually see the darkness happen. Whoops,
Uh-oh.
that was wild.
What happened?
I
Wait, what is, I don't
don't
know
know
what's
it.
happening.
It was us.
I don't know what that was. Everyone, they're back in the room laughing.
That was wow, this
Okay.
kind of speaks to the profound energy of our group here. But really, it was, yeah, just more magic. I think that little blip was just evidence. But really, it was beautiful because we didn't have the full blackout here. It wasn't really dark, and so it was the one moment when I got a chance to really just look, and I was here with you all. I was here. I was connected, and it felt beautiful. And it was such a wonderful experience to be able to see through the lens and through the screen, but still it was as if I was there. And so it was a really, really rich, palpable experience. And I'm still floaty, so I can relate to that. And yeah, it was a blessing. So thank you for putting it on the way you did and having the idea to live stream. It was great. And thank you for all of you here, brothers and sisters in this container. It was really beautiful to connect with you through, in my description, looking at the sun, which is that sun within all of us. So thank you.
What a beautiful share. Thank you. That was amazing. And that was really weird that that happened. But um,
But not.
yeah, thank you for sharing. Sorry, I'm so out of it, but I'm just doing my best here. Um, it was, oh, you know what? I just had this image. Wait, let me see if I can reconnect. Well, it's not important, but thank you. And that just to let those of you made that maybe didn't, we did, and it's not the best quality, but we did live stream on YouTube, the eclipse. But you know what's really funny is we put the like an eclipse glasses over the camera. And when it actually went into the totality, you couldn't see it through, you had to take that off. But I didn't know because I was in it. So if I would have taken it off, you would have probably been, well, we're going to post some pictures, but you could see the comet. There's a comet that's right there too. So you could see the comet because it got so dark and you could
Wow.
see. Yeah, so we're gonna get some pictures out and post them for you guys, but I kind of love that it went completely dark because that was that reset, and that's really the experience that I was having. And everything happens for a reason, but I did want to share that because I think it's interesting, if anything. Thank you. All right. Does
Jules, one more
any,
thing.
yeah, go ahead, honey.
Sorry, you just, as you were describing the darkness and how it ended up coming through as just being black, immediately I was shown the womb.
Mm,
for our rebirthing. Yeah,
mm,
so perfect. I love that it worked that way.
I do too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll send you guys some pictures. And for those of you that wonder, Roger Bear was there under the pyramid the whole time. He just cozied up right next to the Ormus in the pyramid. And it was cute. Okay, well, does anybody else have a share? I just feel like we're all just kind of floating, and it's nice to have this time just to connect. And now I also, oh, we have one more share. Diana. Oh, and Lisa. Okay, 2 more shares.
I was wanting to share this. I was just doing what you sent out this morning, and I was just about to burn the piece of paper, and there was a knock on my door, and it was actually the woman that my son married, which we don't get along at all, period. And she knocked on my door and she pulls these crystals out, one that I'd given her. And I couldn't believe it. We were having a real conversation. And like she was here when it all happened. So it was like the end of whatever, but it was like the first conversation we've had, a real conversation to connect. And we were in the total eclipse. So it was really awesome. And when it got dark, I related to what you said, how it was ending the suffering. And I played 963 forks for the whole thing to the sun, and it was to the eclipse, and it was like there was a point it was like sending it back to me, like going through my body. I think that was it.
Thank you for sharing.
And then after she left, I went and burned the piece of paper. So it was like, and it was when the lady mentioned about breaking the cup, they came last Monday for dinner, and I had this casserole of stuffed mushrooms. Honestly, we don't even use that burner. My husband turned it on. Glass went everywhere. In my dinner blew up. Her soup blew up. It was like, so when that lady said about the cup, we must have blew something up. So thank you.
Thank you for sharing. And I love that you had that moment. Those are the little moments I want everybody to just, have awareness in that frequency that you're holding, just those subtle little shifts that are so powerful and beautiful. And I really can feel the shift that's happening. And the more that we can be aware of it, I'll just leave it at that. I think you guys get where I'm going. Thank you, Diana. Okay, Lisa.
I just wanted to share quickly. I'm out where it's windy, so hopefully you can hear me. I was detoured on my way to Toledo, and the sign that I passed said Jewel Road. So I took a picture of it and I uploaded it and put it in. And after we did, we'll say unhooked, I had a picture of the giant eye, which some people call it the eye of God or whatever, but it's the giant eye in space. And so it's like we're seeing through the one eye. But I had 8 hawks flying over as we were completing all of this, and I just feel a lot lighter. I have yet to burn my paper and release the rocket ship, but thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing, Lisa. Yeah, it's takeoff time, girl. Go do it. Thank you for sharing. Barbara, did you have a share?
Yes, I've had like the most effortless, wonderful 2 weeks. I mean, it started last week. I decided to go to Tijuana to have my tooth fixed because it's like $3,000 cheaper, and I didn't know who would stay with Edward. And this lady just came forward, offered to cook, offered to do it. Everything's been effortless, I tell you. And then I go to airport last Thursday. They say, "Where's your passport?" And I go, "But Mexico's part of California. Why do I need a passport?" Anyway, so I had to turn around and go through 2 snowstorms, but I did it effortlessly. Pick up passport and go back, and they have a seat for me. I mean, everything was just, and I got to speak Spanish for 4 days. It was so much fun. I mean, and everyone was so kind to me. I could go on and on. I mean, it was the most beautiful dental experience I've ever, because Aries, they don't like people to touch their head or something. I don't know. But this dentist was a genius, and they were so full of love. And I said, you guys are working like a team, and it's really beautiful feminine energy in here. I started to cry. Then they started to cry. I've never seen this before, because I
Wow.
always do male dentists, and it's always like, well, it's your P31, and we'll have to, and I go, and these people are just like, everything's fine. That's all I have to share. Anyway, effortless beauty. Yeah.
Thank you for that, Barbara. I think that was
Yeah.
a nice, light, happy, funny little place to conclude this call. It's so fun, but I love it. This is let's go back into that childlike energy and have fun moving forward and exploring for the first time what it is to live in a world that we are in the expression of source 963,
Yeah.
and through that choice over and over and over again, because it's always there, and not only for ourselves but to express it in all of our relationships and experiences, even going to the dentist. So I love it. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for taking this journey with me, with us. I definitely had some helpers that helped put this together. And so shout out to Abriana and Angie for all of their love and support to really get all that we have done. I couldn't have done it alone. And it definitely is all of you coming together and supporting this work that makes it magical and fun. So shout out to all of you as well. Big hugs to everyone, and we will see you, some of you, next week. Love you guys.